What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more J-drama score, and we're going back to the all-time classic show and soundtrack for My Boss, My Hero 2006. It will always be one of my favorites because it's the first J-drama I ever watched in its entirety, and big shout out to both Michaela and Dawn, both of whom know and have seen the show and have been enjoying the journey through the soundtrack. You may hear outside, it's absolutely pouring rain, so yes, hopefully that doesn't distract too much, but yes, it is absolutely dumping outside. In any case, we've gone through most of the soundtrack, I think like 3/4 of it, or at least more than half, so we don't have all that many left to go, but one of the ones we have remaining is called Mr. K. I actually don't know who this is a reference to. Like, the main character, Nagase Tomoya's character, is Sakaki Makio, and all of the other main characters, I honestly can't think of who this is supposed to be in reference to. Nevertheless, it is like another handful of tracks in the soundtrack, sort of light and mellow. It has, a bit of a guitar, and it's an easygoing tune, maybe with a bit of, not edge, but, it's got a bit of energy. But it's not overly emotional, it's not overly big and dramatic. It's just kind of an easy, mellow, if, like I said, with a bit of energy type of tune. And I think it often plays when Makio, or Maki, as he is called by some, is talking to some of his classmates, or, maybe even to Kazu, the member of the Yakuza group, or Yakuza family that Makio is part of, but who's sort of like minding him when he is undercover as a student at St. Agnes High School. So yeah, it plays in some more calm moments of the show. Let's give it a listen. This is by series composer Takami, and the track is called Mr. K from My Boss, My Hero. You hear the organ at the end. I did fail to specify, and part of that is because it's even more ska-like than I remembered. But yes, I failed to mention in advance. It's a very ska/dub type of tune, multiple layers of brass. I think that lead line, which again has this mellow groove to it, I think that's a trombone, but I think there are trumpets in there as well. And yes, there's a bit of organ, a bit of guitar, but the main feeling, including down low with the bass, is of a dub style ska tune, and one that again is sort of mellow and easygoing. So yeah, I inevitably think of scenes from the show when I listen to the soundtrack. And even though this one I think is a bit more general, meaning it's played in, some conversational scenes, some scenes where the tension or the stakes aren't all that high, it makes me instantly nostalgic when I hear it, like most of the rest of the soundtrack. So, yeah, as I said, we've gone through most or more than half, which technically, semantically, that is most. But yeah, there's still at least a few more on here. I know there's one that is like this kind of almost like country style or maybe ragtime better piano tune that I think plays in one specific scene, which is like this dream sequence that Makio has. I think there's a couple others, kind of like this one, where they're just kind of mellow and light. I think there might be one more heavier tune, but yeah, we are getting down to the final few tracks on this soundtrack. So once again, shout out to Takami. Big thank you as always to Michaela and Dawn, who've been following the J-drama journeys and reactions in audio form, and who I know are big fans of the show, and rightly so. And indeed, if you've never seen the show, I highly encourage you to check it out, and I will try to remember to put a link in the description here to my full watch-along on Patreon, which, was completed over a year ago, so it's all there waiting for anyone interested. In any case, from Luca, who seems to be okay with the relocation, and I will see you next time. Peace.